Street lights are halos over me. New stars are all that you can see. My, how they shine for you. But I wanna know, I wanna feel just like we all do. You wanna know what you can't take with you when you die. When you die. And I hope you love the heaven you haunt. Just stay away from me and my gods. You will never see angels like you want. Angels like you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey Alex, how are you?
I'm doing pretty
Hey,
good. How you doing?
Doing good. Hey Devin, how are you?
good. How are you?
Doing well. So how was your day so far, guys?
It's getting better. A little hectic, but we're still here.
Oh, wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful, wonderful, guys, wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you both today for this interview. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
excited to be
excited to
here.
be here. Yeah.
so guys, your new EP, But That Never Blooms, is to be out on October 25th. So would you guys like to tell me a bit on the songwriting process and the production behind this new upcoming EP?
Oof. Devin, you want to take on this one?
Yeah, sure. So this EP was written with Miserable Productions. So we worked with producers Caleb Freihaut and Ben McGuiness to write these songs. So they're based out of St. Louis. And so Haley got with them in I think it was January of last year is when these songs were written. And so, and I, for my parts, I tracked everything remote. So I got like the demos, stems of the songs, and I have a home studio at home, and I tracked all my bass parts there. And really, it's a great collaborative process working with them. It's kind of like having temporary band members with you in the room,
Yeah.
and as far as like the theme for the album and whatnot, really kind of extends to the theme of Gore as well as like we're not Gore in our the sense of our band isn't really like the blood and guts kind of gore. It's emotional gore. And I really think that's what this EP is out there to help showcase some of those hard to talk about feelings, stuff like that. That's really what this album, really this band represents.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to, go off of what Devin said, sound wise, the music is a lot more. It's like it's not what you expect whenever you're listening to the songs. You get an idea of how we are
Yeah.
from the first single, and you're like, oh man, this is good. And then we throw a curveball at you with Doomsday. And so just expect some curveballs in the upcoming releases, and when the EP drops. And I have a feeling that we're gonna have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. And speaking of the EP, 5 amazing songs, beautifully written, with an amazing musicianship. The vocals are totally mind-blowing, and each and every song, like it has a blend of everything inside. I mean, it's not just a typical modern rock or metal sounding, but
Mhm.
it has a blend of everything put inside. For like Alex said, it's meant for everybody. There is something for everybody. Any
Mhm.
kind of music you like, you get something out of it. That's how it sounds like. So amazingly beautifully done now on the CP. So I want to thank you guys so much for putting up this awesome EP in October 25th. But as a band, as a creators of this music, how do you guys feel about the outcome?
Oof. Well,
Oh,
honestly, I'm just happy that people like it. Like people are driving with it. People are like really resonating with the lyrics and, stirring up those emotions. Because I think one thing that we really do well is we stir emotions, not just lyrically, but we also stir with, sonically, with the notes of the music. Like it just it speaks to people, and that's what I absolutely love, as a member of this band.
yeah. I kind of agree there. That's it's cool to see that it clicks with people because last year when we are we were filming the music video, going through the mix and master process, all that. Especially like being a new band, you have zero clue how any of this is going to turn out. And then with Prey, it kind of just almost immediately took off, which is like way not what we were expecting. So, but yeah, it's just
Yeah.
awesome that, we all deeply love this music. So it's cool to see other people resonating as well with it.
Yeah. Also, one cool thing about it was like, I don't know if you remember this, Devin, but like when we first launched the band and like the song and everything, my phone would not stop buzzing. It
Oh,
will
yeah.
buzz into the night. Like
Yeah.
literally, my girlfriend's like, "What's that? Who's texting you?" I'm like, "I swear to God, it's Instagram." She's
Interesting.
like, "Who's at home now?"
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you guys have put up music videos from this CP, starting with Prey and Boom On with Doomsday, and a few weeks back with Babylon, and all videos beautifully shot and great vision and everything is done amazingly in these videos. And would you like to talk something about the making of these videos?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
So like for our visualizers, like for Doomsday and Prey, we hired a guy. His name's Matthew Collymore, and so he just does phenomenal 3D art. So we kind of like we gave him some imagery to sort of loosely base off of, kind of like what related to the song, and then he goes through and just makes these masterful 3D images. And like we were kind of just expecting a looping something or another, but he just went through and made a front to back just wild visualizer. So like when we got the first one for Prey back, our minds were totally blown. We're like, we had no idea he was gonna go that far with it. It was really cool.
Yeah, that also like he really did a good job for what we were looking for and what we're asking for. He definitely delivered on like the tone of the videos, and it was pretty surreal once we got those like even the demos of those videos. We're just like, man, that's pretty cool. You know,
Yeah, it's
but
just like
we'll go for it.
yeah, no, it's kind of cool when you have like a vision and then just to have it come full like 10-4, you know?
Yeah,
Like it's
for
crazy.
sure. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
And
I mean, as
yep, go ahead, please go ahead, Alex.
no, I was gonna say like also with Doom with Babylon, that was also pretty cool because we got to work with a lot of people, a lot of great people, and honestly, I think it was Devin's first music video that you did. Is that right?
Yeah, it was the first music video that was like, for my band that I was performing in. I've been an extra in a We Came as Romans video before for Regenerate, but this was my first actual, real music video that I was a part of, like for any of my groups. So it was a
Yeah,
awesome experience. Jake and his team just absolutely went overboard. It was incredible.
yeah, pretty awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful. And are you planning to get the other two songs as a music video before the release, or this is the end of the music videos?
Well, you just gotta stick around and find out, honestly.
We'll have something.
we
I'll
well,
say
yeah, we'll
that
have
much.
something for you. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Fantastic, fantastic. And any plans on October 25th on the day of the release?
Ooh.
Oh man.
Well, that's a bit of a loaded one, huh? uh,
Man.
for for me, it's my birthday, so it's a great birthday present to
Oh,
myself.
that's right.
uh, gonna start, celebrating champagne, freaking,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Uh, also, gonna keep working. We're still doing a lot of stuff in Gore, and honestly, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna keep working.
hmm I'd like to do another like Q&A or something on the day of the drop. So we did that for the
Yeah,
Babylon music video and we had a ton of fun with that with our Discord. So probably looking at
yeah.
something like that again. And who knows what else we'll have planned, but keep your eyes peeled on
Mhm.
socials. We'll throw stuff out there.
Yep.
And speaking on touring, any big plans for the end of the year or for early 2025?
Yeah, well, we do have a tour coming up with within the ruins, which
Yeah.
is happening in October,
Mm.
October 9th through the 13th. I believe that's pretty much what we have going for us for the remainder of the year. Things could change, you never know. Um, yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there and we definitely want to get back out, you
Mm.
know,
Mm.
whenever
yeah,
we can, as soon as we
absolutely.
can. Just keeping
Yeah,
our options open, you know.
we
That
absolutely do want to play more shows, so like
oh yeah.
we want to see everybody.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Gore has, as you said earlier, it's a very new band started early last year. So would you like to tell me, for the people who are new to Gore, how it all started and what is the musical direction and how do you guys look into the future of the band?
Ooh, ooh, Devin, I think that's
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, I can go with that. So
yeah.
the project kind of started as Haley, our vocalist. It was kind of her brainchild.
Mm.
So she's performed in other groups before, but she had mainly like a death metal background, which is sick. We all love death metal, but she
Mhm.
really wanted to like showcase her singing because she hadn't like had the opportunity to really do that in a group yet. So Gore was kind of her chance to really showcase like, you know, hey, this is what she's about. And she wanted to create kind of just another like otherworldly sort of project. And so and I know she initially got connected with our producers Caleb and Ben, and so she kind of pitched the idea to them, and she got some demos around, and she put a feeler out on her social media, like, you know, hey, is anyone interested in joining? And you know, I saw that, and I was like, oh yeah, 'cause her and I have been internet friends for coming up on 10 years, something like that. So it seemed like a great opportunity to work together, and that's I mean, really, and that's kind of how I came into the picture. And Alex, I'll let you tell your story.
Yeah, so pretty much ditto on what you just said. I very similar to what Devin experienced entering Gore. Uh, I also saw the post that she made about looking for members, and I had just gotten out of my other band just like ended,
Mm.
and so I was just like kind of going through limbo and stuff, and then I saw uh Haley's post, and I was like, oh crap, that would be a good opportunity because I've also known Haley for a few years, not as long as Devin, but Haley was living in Houston at the time, or at the time that I met her, and I got to know her through, you know, mutual friends,
Mm.
and we always hit it off very, very well. Um, real cool conversations, you know, the vibes are good, and throughout the music scene, whenever she would play with her death metal band, I would go and support. And sometimes we, you know, we'll you know chat, catch up. And then whenever she put out that feeler for musicians, I was like, dude, I'm in. I got to be in the band with Haley. And that's kind of how it all transpired, and we just went from there.
Fantastic.
Audition, and here we are.
Fantastic, fantastic. And would you guys like to share some of the highlight moments since the band's inception?
Oh, there's a few.
Oh
There's
yeah.
quite a few. Yeah, because for me personally, uh, once this, I know this is like in the grand scope of things, this is like, you know, whatever. But when our Prey debuted, the amount of love that we received right off the bat, like once Prey hit like what was it like I think it was like 15K, right? 15,000 streams. I was
Hmm.
like, dude, that's so awesome. Like I've never had that before. And then our like monthly listeners were, I honestly don't remember at that time. It was probably like also 15K monthlies. I was like, man, that's awesome. That's honestly like I couldn't even fathom that. and now we're like, it's just it was a good feeling. That was one of those moments that I really enjoyed. Was pretty,
Yeah. I guess for me, one of the earliest cool moments for me was when we got our first round of mixes back from Cody Stewart.
Mhm.
Like that's
Yeah,
when, because we had all the songs demoed and whatnot, we had everything tracked finally. So like we had a rough idea of what the songs are gonna sound like. Then we got our first mix and masters back from Cody Stewart. Like that just completely blew my mind. I was like, this is what our band is starting to sound like, and it was just
yeah.
way exceeded my expectations. And so
It
that was
was,
just cool to see what our art could, sound like.
yeah, it was massive. I remember listening. I think we all got on a call, right?
Yeah, yeah,
After we received those demos. We're like, dude, this is so freaking awesome. This I'm like, I'm listening to the songs right now.
yeah,
Yeah. We all
yeah,
gave it the good old car test.
yep. And also shout out for Cody Stewart because he was just
Yeah.
incredible, easy to work with, super nice guy.
Very, 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 very nice guy.
Fantastic, fantastic. And moving on, do you think there'll be a lot of changes musically in the band, or this is how you're going to sound in the future? So I know this is a bit early to ask, but do you have some kind of plans behind it?
Yeah, we do have
Mhm.
some demos from stuff we wrote earlier this year, and honestly, like everything just keeps sounding like kind of different. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it because like even out of these new songs, like everything still sounds different, but it all still sounds like Gore. Like
Yeah.
everything's a curveball, but like at the same time, it still feels cohesive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so,
The
yeah, so
some of those stuff, yeah, it's freaking awesome, dude. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
yeah.
off, dude.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
No, it was just like I'm piggybacking on what you're saying is like, man, the gore sound, it's not gonna fit in a mold, you know. There's always something that we're like, ooh, because every single member in this band is like doesn't just listen to metal. We're like lovers of music. Just it doesn't even matter the genre. We just love music. You can talk. We're talking R&B, pop, synthwave, and because me and Devin were just jamming that like
Yeah.
a few like this weekend. We're just like, man, you know, what was it? Midnight,
Oh yeah, the Midnight. Yeah.
the midnight,
Man rocks.
dude. It's so good, and just like gore will never just be a specific genre. Yes, we are metal musicians, and we do. I guess we do fit in like the metalcore genre, but like there's so much metalcore or just metal music in general is just like evolving, and it's never just one thing. And I think gore is also not just gonna be one thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Fantastic. And guys, finally, any message that you have for the Gore fans around the world?
Man, can't wait to meet y'all.
Yeah, no. Come out to if you're along that run in October within the ruins, come out, say hi. We'll be hanging around. Love to meet some of
Yeah,
y'all.
we're just a bunch of nerds. Just say
Yeah.
hi. We're not. We think we're cool, but sometimes we're just like just nerds.
Yeah.
Great. And Devin and Alex, I want to thank you both so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you guys on this interview. And thank you so much for Gore and the awesome music that you guys have been giving us over the year. And looking forward for the release of a Bud That Never Blooms EP that is coming out on October 25th. So thanks for all the musical awesomeness you're giving, and I'm looking for more great things coming out of Gore. And I wish you guys all the best. And I'm really hoping to see you guys on the road.
Absolutely. We can't wait to meet you
Yeah.
in person.
Can't
Same,
wait. Yeah,
same.
thanks for having us on.
My pleasure,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Take care and have a great evening out there. And wish you all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
bye.